Welcome everyone to episode 30 of Let's Play Final Fantasy, and this is recorded after the footage for this episode was shot about 2 weeks ago, because I wanted to redo it. I had some extra information here. So in this point of the story, we had finally tracked down the Sylph Elder who has been missing, and we need the Sylph Elder to reaffirm the peace accord between Gridania and the Sylphtribe. She's stuck in a dungeon called the Maws of Toto-Rak, and in this episode, we are going to mount our rescue mission to go and rescue her. Since the recording, Dawntrail has launched, and I've gotten a chance to play Dawntrail a little bit on my main character, and the very nice surprise from Square Enix is that so far in early access, the queues have been not an issue. Which, if I remember back to when Endwalker, for the first, I'd say 1 or 2 months, it wasn't uncommon to have a queue that was in the thousands, meaning that you'd have to let the game browser or the game sitting open for like an hour or two or multiple hours in order to get through the queue, and that is if you didn't get a random disconnect in that time. So we'll see what happens when early access is over and basically the DLC opens up to everyone. But so far, it seems like Square Enix has really done their homework and is going to have a successful launch of Dawntrail, which is exciting to us, because then that means I can keep recording these videos and play in my own time without having to wait for hours on end. So as a very tiny YouTuber, I just wanted to give my 2 cents on that. So with no further ado, let us get to the current episode. So, in the previous episode, we've already unlocked a dungeon, so it is available to us. If you have not unlocked a dungeon, then you will need to take a look at the previous episode, because you want to get to the quest Into the Beast's Maw, because that's the main story quest that will unlock this dungeon for you. Anyway, go to the duty support. We will clear this with a party of NPCs. So we will see you inside. So this ends up being a abandoned facility. Whether it was abandoned by Gridania or by people before that, we don't know. But we do know that we have an individual to rescue in here. So let us go through here. Now, most likely, if you're playing with a party of individuals, you will not go into any of the side rooms like we might. Okay, that used to be more readable. And plus, you can run down to the seconds. And use our mitigation when the healer is having problems, like right then. So, in Halatali, the player tank was doing 2 mobs at a time. With this NPC, we may just do 1 group at a time, because it seems like the NPC was having problems when we had 4 of us. Because at this level, not many people actually have their AoE spells. And watch out for stuff like this. Oh, and also, do remember to turn on your... Just like I forgot there. Because it... You can tell I don't play tank a lot, because what happens is, every time you come into a dungeon, that is turned off. I don't play tank a lot, so I'm still learning that. So do as I say, not as I do. Remember to make sure your tank stance is turned on. Otherwise, you will have a lot of problems holding on to aggro. So sometimes if you go into these little side rooms, you might find a treasure chest or not, something. But okay, so this is the first boss. He does do a attack that causes poison. You can tell attacks that are curable by Ensina, because I'll have a bar over the top of them. These may not necessarily be clearable, so the healers might just have to heal through them. Almost done here. Okay, we get two sets. We get a set of gloves, and looks like we can use them. So let's equip them. So yeah, biggest thing about that mob is about that boss there, poison attack. And it's because I'm greedy. Nope. And again, nope. Now you see these two have white bars over them, so notice how our healer is clearing them from us. So that's how you can tell status effects that if a healer you can clear versus ones you can't. And that's something that that all of us have learned. I didn't know that until I researched for this video here. Alright. And another piece of treasure for us. And let's continue on straight down. Pudding has been cleared. Get the next set of what you call it, and get. We make sure that we get attention of everybody here. Again, the poison here is clearable, so you can clear it or just let it run its course. Okay, and the weir has cleared in front of us, so let us continue. And we're missing one. There we go. Got to make sure that we get everybody's attention. There we go. Okay, check this treasure coffer here. And let's see. Ooh, we get 2 things we can use here. Also, be care of auto run. I believe for PC, the R key is auto run. And another thing I learned while researching, when you're playing tank, you want to cluster people like here. Right now, it's not so big because people don't have their AoE spells, but if you're playing a tank, it's a good thing to get into the habit of, because then AoE spells will target one mob, and if they're in a ring around you like this, they may hit the crab here, but they're not going to hit all the monsters. So you want to make sure you have them grouped up, clustered in front of you, so that you can get the most effect out of AoEs. So now we are at our second boss. And again, get this guy's... You want to face him away so that any AoE spells he does has a better chance of avoiding. Also, you want to be able to get any mobs that spawn in. As a tank, you want to grab their attention. Alright, and the way is clear. And don't forget your treasure coffer. And it looks like we already have what was provided. And don't forget to peer into these rooms. Every once in a while you might get something. Alright, so just so as we are with a group of NPCs, let's just check these. Doesn't look like, in the past I think maybe there was like something hidden in one of those rooms. It doesn't look like nowadays. Doesn't look like there is any nowadays. And if you come across an area where that's blocked by a web, it means you have to beat the mobs. Yep, there it clears. So remember never to order the prison pudding. I don't know, whatever they made that stuff out of, it's turned more than just rancid. Crimson Tide, I bet that's a lance. Let's see here. Everybody nice and clustered up here. So, don't fret if you forget it, because I'm most likely gonna forget. Also, there we go. One more group here. Okay, now it looks like we are at the final boss. Now, this dungeon seems like it's been simplified since my first playthrough.
Darkness.
Elko hitra bublo hans. Seastagon Rajadorn. Thagon Welrog. Torsan Opaiki. Mayhap I might if I deign to speak in my guest crude tongue. We meet at last. I am Lahabrea of the Asians, servant to the one true God. Yours is a most fantastical tale, truly absorbing. It is a tale to tell Eorzea's children before bedtime, and it will soon be dark, bringer of light.
The dark minions.
All that stands between this world and darkness is an irksome anomaly in the ether. The Echo. Yes. Yours is a most fascinating tale. Alas, like all good tales, it must needs come to an end. But fear not.
Here, feel the presence of evil.
For the end of your tale is but the beginning of another. The tale of the crystal's demise.
Okay, so if you feel like we just got rid of a black robe guy, that's a different black robe guy. Come on this way. Also, watch for ads. Like that. Also, don't stand in the green goo. You want to make sure that you leave. You want to make sure you lead him away. So you don't want him to contaminate the majority of the fighting arena. So see how... There we go. There's 3. The other 2 are not in danger. Now, towards the end of this fight, the tail will become targetable. You don't necessarily need to attack it, as you'll defeat the enemy before then. And that is Halatali. Keep the name La Habrea in your mind. We will find out a lot more about him as the story progresses. But yeah, just when we thought we cleared the dark robe guy, somebody else came to take his place, and it looks like we need to learn more about who this guy is. Anyway, grab your treasure. And if you're a archer or a bard, that will be your weapon. And that is it. Exit for the cutscene. This is your first playthrough. Finally, fresh air. Mayhap not so fresh, but better than before. Ah, Sinister One is gone. This one can leave this awful place. Did Walking One vanquish the many-legged one? This one is grateful to Walking One. This one is called Frixio, eldest of these ones of Little Solace. Enter the Echo. Alpha Squad reporting, sir. Nothing of note at Lark's call, sir. Understood. Return to Area 12. Damn it all, where is that accursed icon hiding? No sign of our wizened friend? I'm afraid not, my lord. I shall order that the search perimeter be expanded. Absolutely not. We risk alerting the Garleans of our presence. His Excellency bid us to avoid unnecessary confrontation. Though I am to admit it, we have found no evidence to suggest that Ramuh will be gracing the mortal realm in the near future. I ask you, what good is a god who does not grant one's wishes? Were I a sylph, I should strongly consider finding myself another idol. Which reminds me, which of the sylphs we captured, a handful of them, seemed to be in reasonably good health when last I looked? Ah, apologies, my lord. I fear we may have been overzealous in our efforts to compel them to summon their icon. Really, Centurion, were you not aware that vegetables bruise easily? It is well that I did not entrust you with the important task of making my dinner. Well, mayhap it was a kindness, better dead in truth than dead to one's own god, I suppose, if you believe in such things. Dawn is upon us. Make ready to withdraw. Useless. We are so close to completion. I can fair taste it, but at this rate... No, I must be patient. Our efforts will bear fruit in due time. What was it you always said? Ah, yes. Through it mean bringing down the very heavens. Who shall challenge the limits of possibility if not we? In that alone you were right, Garland. But your star is long fallen, while mine doth begin to rise. And it shall burn so bright, that Lord Valmbelsar's ultimate weapon will seem a mere candle besides it. Ha 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 ha. Those walking ones did for Noxia. This one is certain of it. This one fears that other taken ones also suffered the same fate. This one is convinced walking ones have black hearts, see only to harm these ones. Walking ones are not to be trusted. No, Noraxia. Do not pass judgment too hastily. Not all walking ones are alike. Though there are evil ones among the walking ones, there are good ones also. Does walking one feel unwell? This one would know. What brings walking one to this place? Came to this one's rescue at Noraxia's bidding. Then this one owes walking one a debt of gratitude. Walking one has questions about Lord Ramuh. Then this one will provide answers. But first, let these ones quit this lightless place. This one will return to Little Solace. When walking one is ready, please come and see this one. This one may speak properly then. Then it is settled. Let this one accompany walking one outside. Hi again, post-production tour here, and this is going to do it for this episode of the playthrough. We have saved the Sylph Elder thanks to the efforts of Lightbringer and her party. Next time we will wrap up the final storylines for the Sylph Tribe questline, and we will unravel what the next arc will be in Arealmreborn, the base game for Final Fantasy XIV. If there is anything that you wish to have us cover, please, you're welcome to leave it in the comments below. We'll do our best to fulfill that. Any questions, also leave in the comments below. And if you made it this far, we sincerely thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next episode of the Let's Play. Have a great day.